everyone, welcome back to day 4 of the fitness application build. So in this video we will be implementing the rest screen, and we'll also be implementing the functionalities for the previous button and the skip button. So until now we have built the home screen, the workout screen, that is this one, and on press of the start button we will be taken to the fit screen, that is over here. This is the fit screen. So we have designed the done button. So now on press on the done button we should be taken to the rest screen. We should be given a rest of, let's say, 3 seconds, and then we should come back to this screen showing the next exercise present inside our exercises array. So yeah, let's go design that now. So the first thing we do here is we will create a new screen. So go to our screens folder and let us create a rest screen and rnfes to get the shorthand snippet. So let's save the file, and now let us initialize our rest screen inside our stack navigator over here. So the name is going to be rest and the component is going to be rest screen, and over here also we are going to set our header to be false. Okay, let us import our rest screen from the screens folder, save the file once, and let us go back to our fit screen where we have the done button. Okay, that is over here. Yeah, so over here let us provide the on press event. So on press, over here let us write navigation dot, not navigation container, navigation dot navigate to the screen that is called as rest screen. Okay, so now let us initialize navigation over here. So const navigation equals to use navigation. Okay, so save the file. Yeah, so now let me press on the done button. Yeah, so we are going to the rest screen. So let's go design the rest screen first. Let us use a safe area view because the text is almost touching the status bar as usual. So over here, safe area view. Yeah, so now let us start designing it. So as you've seen in the demo video, the rest screen contains image basically, and at the bottom it contains two texts, one which says take a break, and then the second text is the timer, which keeps on going down. So I have the code with me, that is the code for the image as well as the text. Okay, I'll be sending the code in the description, the image code in the description, no need to worry about that. So let me import image from React Native. Okay, so let me now save the file. Yeah, so as you can see we have the image popping up, and we have a text also which says take a break. So for the image, the style is width of 100% and a height of 420, and the styling for the text is simple, that is this one. So now let us design the timer so that it keeps going, that is, let's say, from 3 to 0 over here. So let's initialize a timer, say let timer equals to 0. Let's make use of the use state. So const time left comma set time left equals to use state. So over here we will provide, let's say, 3. We are going down from 3 to 0. Okay, so let us import use state from React. So use state. Okay, so let's make a function, let's say start time. So we will make use of the set timeout over here. So set timeout, which will run after every 1 second. Okay, so over here we will write the condition: if our time left is less than or equal to 0, that means the time has reached 0 seconds. So over here we are going to the previous screen. So over here we will just write navigation dot go back. So let us initialize navigation first. So const navigation equals to use navigation, and import it as well. Yeah, and over here after this we are just going to do clear timeout of the timer. Okay, so clear timeout of the timer. Yeah, so when should the start timeout or the start time function run? Okay, so over here we will make use of a use effect. and then implement it. So use effect. Yeah, so let us first import use effect from the correct one, not from that one. It is from React. Okay, so how I have understood use effect is going to run once when the app component loads and there is nothing inside our dependency array. So this also includes a dependency array over here. Okay, so it is also going to run. Let us suppose if there is no dependency array, use effect is going to run each and every time whenever there is a state update in our system. Okay, suppose there is something inside a dependency array, it is going to run whenever that dependency is changing. Okay, so that is about the use effect, basically like three conditions. Over here we are going to uh, write we are going to call the function over here, that is start time. Okay, so over here we are not going to include the dependency array because we need to make the use effect run each and every time whenever there is a state update. That is the state is the state is going to update every time, that is each second over here, because we are going to make use of a text, and over here we are going to render the time left. Okay, so each second there is a state update in our screen. So we are not going to include any dependency array inside our use effect. And over here let's just do a cleanup function. Okay, so return, simply we are going to do clear timeout of timer. So this is basically a cleanup function that is inside use effect. That's a really good practice. So I think we are done pretty much. Okay, yeah, we have not actually decreased the time. Okay, so over here just after the if condition we are going to set time left to be time left -1. So initially the time is 3. Okay, so that we are rendering the time left over here. So initially we should be seeing 3 seconds over here. So as the function executes each and every time, that is each and every time there is a state update in our screen, the time keeps on reducing. It comes to 2 and it comes to 1 and it comes to 0. So over here it checks the condition if time is less than or equal to 0. So it is true. So what we do is we simply go back to the previous screen and we clear timeout the timer. Okay, so let's save the file and let's check if it works. Yeah, so as you can see 3 2 1 and we go back to the next screen. Okay, so let us design the timer first. Okay, so let us give pretty much the same styling that we have given for the time break. So format the document. So let's click on done. Yeah, so as you can see we're getting 3 2 1 and again we are going back. Okay, so let's increase the font size a bit. Let's say a 40 and a font weight of 800 is good. Let's again give it a try. Let's press on done. Yeah, so take a break, 3 2 1 and then we come back. Okay, so now if we come back we should see the second exercise that is to be performed. Okay, so now let's go back to our fit screen. So where we have given navigation.navigate to the rest screen, over here we will provide another condition, not condition, another method. Okay, so the first thing we do is this thing, that is navigation.navigate to the rest screen. After this let us create a set timeout. Let's say after 2 seconds we are going to increase the index to be 1. Over here in the previous video, if you would have checked it out, that is set index, we are going to use this thing and we are going to set it to be index +1. all right, come on, over here set index to be index +1. So the initial value of index we have provided in the use state is going to be 0. Okay, so if we press on the done button, it's going to the rest screen, taking a break of 3 seconds, and while coming back also this is going to be executed. Okay, that is after 2 seconds we are going to set the index to be index +1. So it is going to be it's going to take the second value in the exercise array. So let's check that out if it is working. So let's press on done. So now it should give me the second image, that is tricep tips. So let's check that. Yeah, so it's working absolutely fine. So now what we do is we will render 2 more buttons, as I said, that is the previous one and the skip one. Okay, so we will do it right after the pressable. So let's say a pressable is going to take another pressable. So the first one, which a text which says previous, not that one, previous. So save the file. Okay, yeah, so let's again copy this thing. Over here we will say skip. Again save the file. Okay, so for the auto pressable, let's provide the style, excuse me, flex direction of row, like let's give line items of center. Okay, margin left of auto as well as a margin right of auto. Okay, okay, fine, I think that's good. Let's save the file. Okay, let's give some spacing towards the top. Let's say margin top of 30. All right, cool. So for the styling of the previous, let's give a background color. Okay, background color of green, and a bit of padding of 10, and the bit of border radius too. Okay, so for the text, what we do is let's give the color to be white, fine, and then fonts weight of bold, and let's also write text align center. Save the file. Yeah, so as you can see, we are getting the previous button. Let's increase the border radius a bit. Let's say 20. Okay, it's looking good. So now what we do is let's say margin horizontal of 22, since it's almost touching the skip button. Yeah, so let's provide the same piece of styling for our second pressable as well. And let's provide the same piece of styling for our text too. Okay, so over here, copy that. So this is pretty much the styling for the skip and the previous and the skip button. All right. Yeah, so let's also give it a bit of width. Okay, so let's go to our the previous, not over here. For this one, let's give a width of 120. Yeah, I think 120 is looking good. No, it's a bit less. Okay, 100 is good. Let's give the same width to the second pressable as well. That is over here. Okay, and let us give some more spacing on the top. That is over here. Instead of margin top 30, let's give 50. Yeah, I think now it's looking good. All right. So now let us see what happens if I keep on pressing the done button. All right, let's check that. We are taking a break of 3 seconds. It's going to the next exercise. That it's time and push up. Again, done button. Again, done. So it is going to throw error right now. Okay, let us see that. And done again. I think this is the last exercise, so it's going to throw an error. Because yeah, now it is going to throw error which says undefined is not an object, because there are no more exercises left inside our exercises array. So over here we are going to the rest screen. While coming back, that is the index is set to be 1, but there are no index but there are no elements to be but there are no items to be rendered, right? So it is going to give that undefined error. So here we need to handle that. So let us do that. Okay, so let us write a condition over here. So since the index starts from 0 and the length of the array, that is length of the exercise array, is 6. Okay, let us check that out. So let's say for the first one we have 1 2 3 4 5, we have pretty much 6 exercises. So if we reach the fifth one, that is index 5, and we press on the done button, we are going to the rest screen and then coming back. The index is set to be 6, but there is no item present inside our index inside our exercise array. Okay, we only have index till 5. Okay, so let's write a condition based on that. So inside our fitness cards itself, let's again save. Let's go back to our fit screen. Yeah, so over here we will write a condition where we have the done button. Okay, so yeah, right after the text we are going to write if our index plus 1 is greater than or equal to exercises dot length. Is it exercises or what is that array? I think it is exercise, right? Exercise dot length. So if this is the condition, we have reached the last one, we are going to render something. If else, if this is not the condition, if we have more items present in our exercises array, we are simply going to render this one, the normal done button. Okay, so let's copy that. Come on. Oops, what is happening? Let us copy it properly. Come on, that is this one. Okay, copy that. So we are going to paste it over here in the else condition. We're again going to paste the same thing over here as well. Okay, now let us see what is happening over here. In the first condition, where the index plus 1 is greater than exercise.length, we have almost reached the end. So over here, instead of going to the rest screen, we will go to the home screen. Okay, that's what we'll be going to do. So instead of that thing, navigation.navigate to our home. Okay, so that's pretty much about it. Else it's going to work normally. We still have the exercises left, so we are going to the rest screen and then coming back to show the next exercise. Okay, so let's give that a try once. So let's go to the beginner again. So let's hit start. Let's hit done. It's going to take a 3 seconds gap. Again, let's give done. Okay, let's give done again. Again, done. Okay, the last one. So now the index has almost reached the value of 5. Okay, now we are going to check the index plus 1 condition. So over here again, if I press done, it's going to the rest screen. While coming back, the index value is set to be 6. Yeah, for 5 plus 1 is 6. So we are going to check, we are going to return current of 6, exercise of 6. So that value is not present. So this should take us to the home screen. Yeah, so as you can see, it's working absolutely fine. That condition is working cool. Okay, so now what happens is we will implement the functionalities for previous and the skip button. Well, to be honest, the done button and the skip button, it has the same features. Okay, so let's go write the conditions for that as well. So over here where we have the skip button, let's write the same condition, that is if index plus 1 is greater than or equal to your exercise dot length. Here also, if we have reached the last exercise and we press on the skip button, we are going to the home screen. Okay, so copy the pressable. Let's also write that else condition over here, paste it over and see here the same thing, paste it here as well. Okay, give once a format. Yeah, so over here let us write the on press event first. So this on press is going to be very similar, actually the same, not similar. Okay, so let us just copy whatever we have in the done. Okay, that is this one. So let us just copy it here. So if this is not the condition, that is if we have reached the last index and we are trying to access the next value by skipping it, we are just going back to the home screen. Okay, so let's copy this one and then pretty much it's going to work, hopefully. So where is the skip? Yeah, over here. So let's give this a try. So now if I click on skip, it should take me to the rest screen and then give that timeout and then come back to the next exercise, again skip. All right, so one more time skip. When we reach the last exercise, it's going to work the similar way the done button is working. Okay, so again, okay, one more. Yeah, so now this is the last item present. So now if I press on skip, it should take me directly to the home screen. Absolutely working fine. Okay, so that's the pretty much logic for that thing. So now let me write the logic for our previous. Okay, so previous is pretty much opposite of skip. We are going to set the index to be -1. All right, so let's go do that. So over here, let us write on press. Okay, over here what we do is we navigate to the rest screen, and after that we again make use of set timeout. Okay, let's say after 2 seconds, similarly we did for the done button, we are going to write set index to be index -1. Over here also we need to check one condition, that is at the first exercise itself, if we press the previous button, it is going to give us error because there is no index -1 present inside our exercises array. Okay, so let's go do that. So the way to do that is we are going to disable the button. Okay, if our index equals to be 0. So now let us run our application from the start and then check it out. Come on. Okay, so now let us go over here, start. So now if I press on the previous button, nothing should happen. All right, yes, nothing is happening. I'm pressing on the previous button. So let's press done. It should take a break, come back. So now if I press previous, it is going to the previous screen. I mean, it is going to the rest screen, giving that timeout and then coming back with the first exercise being shown. All right, yeah, so now if I press the previous button, nothing is going to happen because the index is 0. All right, so I think we have handled every condition. Okay, wherever there is a break, we have handled it. Okay, I think pretty much that's it for this video. We have rendered the previous button and the skip button, and also designed the rest screen, and we have handled different errors that were coming. That is basically if we reach the last item present in the exercises array, and if we press on the done button or on the skip button, we are going to get an error because there is no item present in the exercises array. So we have managed that with the help of this condition. I've explained that already. So in the next video we will be implementing the amount of workouts done, and the total number of minutes done, and the amount of calorie burnt as well. I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Keep exploring.